What is up, guys? TopTierYugioh here, and today we've got an Adventure Phantom Knight combo that ends with, most importantly, Griffin for an Omni Negate, Cherubini plus a loaded graveyard for follow-up, and then we've got the infamous Scythe Lock of DPE plus Scythe, which beats 99.9% of other decks right now because every relevant deck of the format needs their extra deck, and so this wipes them out easily. And all you need for this combo is one copy of Torrent Scales, one copy of Boots, and then just a random card to discard. So we're going to be using droplets because all we're going to be doing is dropping it in the graveyard. That's pretty easy, but let's go ahead and get into it. Once again, all we need for this combo is Torrent Scales, Boots, and then a random card to discard. We're going to start by just normal summoning our Torrent Scales. Don't use the effect because we do need to use our adventure cards, so instead just special summon your Boots, and then link both of these away into a Cherubini, and then activate Cherubini's effect to increase its attack, but the cost for that effect is to send Water Enchantress to the graveyard, then activate Water Enchantress effect, banish itself, search a copy of Rite of Artemisir, and then activate that. That's going to special summon your token, and then because we don't have Fateful Avenger out, it gets Fateful Avenger too. So then, after all of that resolves, placement doesn't matter too much, just don't block your Cherubini zones because you need those for other link monsters. So after that, activate Fateful Avenger, search your Griffin Rider, and then drop the droplets into the graveyard. Special summon Griffin Rider, that triggers Fateful Avenger to search your copy of Dracoback. And then from here, we're protected from hand traps, because this was our 5th summon, so no Nib, and we haven't used any Phantom Knight effects, and so our opponent isn't going to be able to negate those because we've got the Griffin Rider up. And let's actually switch the position of these. Let's do this, yeah. Okay, so now from here, we get into the Phantom Knight plays. And so the first thing that we're going to do is start by activating our Boots effect, and we're going to banish that, search a copy of Fogblade to our hand, and now that's going to trigger our Torrent Scales. So special summon Torrent Scales from the graveyard, and then activate the effect, discard the Boots, and then you're going to send a Ancient Cloak to the graveyard. Now from here, you want to activate your Boots effect in grave, not Boots, but Fogblade. So banish the Fogblade from the graveyard, special summon your Cloak, overlay it with the Torrent Scales, go for a Leviair. From here, activate Leviair's effect, and then you just want to special summon either of your banished monsters that you want in the graveyard. So this is the banished pile right now. This pretty much sets you up for a follow-up on next turn, so you can have a Water Enchantress for next turn, or you can have a Boots for next turn. Personally, I like the Boots. So we're going to be special summoning Boots, and then you link the Leviair and the Boots into your copy of Dagda. So now we're getting to the good part. This is how we get to the Scythe Lock. And so what we do next is we activate our... Oh, whoops. These are supposed to be banished. But next we activate our Cloak effect from graveyard. And so we banish the Cloak, add a copy of Shade Brigandine to our hand. We set Shade, and because in our graveyard we have no traps, we can activate Shade Brigandine the turn that it is set. So we activate Shade Brigandine, chain Dagda. That's going to set our Scythe to the board, and then Shade Brigandine summons itself. Now, in order to make an Anaconda, you need 2 effect monsters. Shade Brigandine is not an effect monster, so instead we have to link this away into a copy of Link Spider, and then Link Spider and Dagda can go into your Anaconda. Now from here, you activate Anaconda's effect, the cost, dump Fusion Destiny. Your opponent's not going to negate it because you've got the Griffin Rider, of course. And then from here it resolves, you send your fusion material monsters, and that allows you to summon your DPE. And so once again, that gets us to our final end board of Griffin Rider, DPE plus Scythe to lock our opponent out of the game next turn. We've got Cherubini and a really loaded up graveyard. Like, you've got Celestial Dasher, you've got Boots, which is going to trigger the Torrent Scales. We've got a lot of gas right now, and so if your opponent can't put up a significant board, which they can't because of Scythe, you just OTK them next turn easily. Like, there is no problem doing that. And the even crazier thing about this combo is just how consistent it is. It's so easy to do just being a 2-card combo. And if you have any other extender, such as any of these, so like any of your Psychic monsters, any of your other Adventure monsters or Fusion Destiny, then you can double Scythe Lock your opponent. So you can end on a way to trigger Scythe twice, which plays around droplets, it plays around any other disruption onto your Scythe, and allows you to definitely guarantee that you're winning that game. And if you want to see that combo, click one of the videos on the screen right now. If you want to see the deck profile, click the other video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.